Well, I like lovely, delicious handheld fruit.
Right. Sort of like a peach.
Yeah, I could eat a peach for hours.
James and the giant peach.
Depends.
James had good taste.
Third map. Second one was disastrous. I was spitting venom by the end.
Spewing it. Yeah, no, you were not pleased.
No.
That would have been sort of the I think the feature piece. What am I? The centerfold of your reel of criticizing players. That would have been up there.
Yeah, I think that's my best work. Yeah, that was good. I really enjoyed
Triggered
it.
Henry G. Someone does need to make that. Chad's right. That needs to be a thing. Overpass. What are your thoughts?
Very tactical map. Very detailed in terms of the technicalities of the executions and the coordination required to get frags and trades, something Na'Vi are lacking tremendously on their T side. But luckily, they win the knife and they go CT first. So they've been pretty decent on the CT side. I'll credit where credit's due. That looks fine. So they should be okay in that respect. Once they get to the T side, though, they need to make sure they're getting like 12 rounds on the CD half to even stand a chance there. Maybe win a pistol as well, just to get some rounds on the board on that particular side, because the T sides are looking like an abomination right now.
Yeah, they're not looking good. I think everyone at home would have saw that in the last map, certainly without too much knowledge of the game, that there was something clearly wrong not winning a single T-sided round. Overpass lends itself well to the CT side, getting aggressive for Simple. The AWP will certainly be a factor. I am still very concerned about the T side. Perhaps in that it's so open and the CTs sort of have to get aggressive. Simple can find ways to create openings that he can find picks to offset and scatter the defense, because they certainly were struggling. Even though they got mid a number of times, struggling to find picks. And they were so slow. We mentioned it so many times. So slow on that T approach.
We'll see if they can bounce back here. It is the third and final map of the second best of three of the day. Winner will be going to the playoffs that start on Friday. Loser, unfortunately, will be sent home. They can stay if they like.
They can't. Well, Na'Vi is, most of them are from around here, so they probably will.
Probably will stay, yeah, that's fair. There's the coin flip. Doesn't really mean anything. It's just a nice graphic.
It's nice. I do like it.
Na'Vi on the CT side, like we said. It's going to be overpass. I broke it down for you. This is where Heroic played against Cloud9 in the opening game and lost 16-1. But they've built into the tournament. They've had a lot of chances to prove themselves now. Played 4 best of 3 since they've been here. Has the team improved? Time will tell. 3 sets of armor, 1 deagle for Yugi. Trying to challenge Simple there. What a challenge that will be. Simple, here's the roaring shot. Decides to fall back, doesn't fancy it.
Doesn't at all. Out toward long. 3 players inside of the site, but they've rotated through the bathrooms, cleared them, pushed the CGs back, and now they're going to go back over to the other side of the map. So, interesting approach from Heroic. Stack up outside of Monster. Flamey makes contact. You would have seen a fair few of them in this position, so Electronic will call for Zeus to rotate over. Barrels for Flamey. No Molotovs, but 2 flashes. Straight contact through Monster. Rubino leads the charge. Already Yugi hits Flamey on the deagle. Great shot. The AWP player on the pistol round. It's Rubino to follow up and trade off of Electronic. Now it's Zeus that tries desperately to tap over top of the small railing on the site. Edward with only 1 against Monty, but he's the last alive in a 1 versus 3. Heroic convincing already.
Looking good on the pistols once again. They won both of them on Mirage. This one won't be any different, at least in terms of the first half. Edward will explore his options here. See if he can find maybe a couple of kills, farm some money here. Doesn't look like he'll get anything at all. No kit to try and force out a defuse, and just tagging a few shots in vain now. It doesn't really seem to make any sort of difference or save the armor. And you have to remember, after Na'Vi not posting a single T round in the first, or second map I should say, I feel like they will be in a different mindset as to when they enter this best of 3. They'll be worried this could be falling apart. Can't go out on home soil. This can't happen. The new signing coming in, you've got one of the world's most skilled players on the team. Experience, major winning in-game leaders and analysts. You've got the recipe here for a fantastic team. For them to crash out in the group stages would be shocking. Heroic. You wouldn't look at the result twice if you saw that. But Na'Vi, this is not looking too good for them. They will force by here. Simple with the scout is always something to behold. Flashbang comes in, and surely he'll go down here. Lucky to stay alive, and another magnificent shot there with the scout. They have the advantage now. 4-on-2, bomb down. Heroic now struggling. Taking the rifles towards long there, and Simple just gets one more tag. That should be the round pretty much done. They'll go up and give Nico an opportunity, and he'll strike.
Certainly will. And Marty's going to run down Edward. Goodness. Things change quickly. Zeus tries to slip in behind, does take Nico. That'll drop the bomb once more. Marty's going to rush toward them with the MAC-10, needs to close the distance. Now he doesn't need to worry distance so much. He's got an AK picked up. Bomb back in his hands, but 57 seconds already spotted by Zeus. Tagged only once. Zeus on 34 HP, has to be careful, needs to get Flamey back into this. Zeus is actually going to start already heading toward B. So they're splitting on this. Flamey's actually quite clever in his positioning, because rather than staying in middle and figuring out that he's gone behind him, he goes to long A. He takes the peek. I'm surprised he went for the peek, but he wanted the information, I suppose. Didn't want to chance it and allow him to walk anywhere else on the map. So 1-1, good recovery.
Well, there we have it. Simple and co managed to come out on top there. Edward with 2 frags. And they bounce back, denying the 3-0. Presumably Heroic will try and respond in equal fashion here. CZ's Deagles, a UMP for Modi. A bit more cash in his teammates, it seems. They are fully invested here. Nico gets 1 flashbang. I think he could have got 1 more there. Oh, interesting Molotov. Not sure if it landed. I haven't seen that one before. I assume it goes by the T steps. It looks a little bit shallow, though. Nade towards connector, won't connect, and it looks like Snappy will be leading the charge here towards the bar from CZ in hand.
All the way to the site for Edward. Nico CZ, Yugi Deagle will start to work the front side of A. Rubino's Deagle at far can be menacing, but look on the mini-map. Simple is sneaking in behind. He's got an M4. They're all lined up in front. He'll take his time. He knows they're working out from bathrooms. He's not quite quick enough to catch them sitting still. That means they go toward the MP9, and they're actually going to evade Simple. And not only that, Yugi's going to destroy him. It looked so perfect, but the timing just barely off. They have to recover. Simple down also gives away the M4 to Yugi. Trade potential, but look at Zeus. 4 kills to cut them off, and he is absolutely focused. As suggested by his eyes when he looked toward the radar. Down to Yugi, and Zeus with an ace. A great ace, considering they were lined up in front of him.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. In-game leader leading by example there. Good fragging potential. I think he's just saying, guys, look, it's easy. Just kill them. That's all we have to do. Have a look at the replay, of course. Here he is getting it done on the A bomb site. Kill after Heroic found a huge advantage there. Closes it out with 5 kills in total. 2-1, bomb planted, but it will be an eco now from Heroic. They do get 5 Deagles though. As we always say, Scandinavian players known to be very good with this particular weapon, especially the Danes. Yugi and Nico will be the ones to look out for.
Trying to fire at Edward. Even though he was blind, couldn't land the shot. Edward will hold off. Bathrooms, good shot from Simple on the AWP, can fall off. Knows that there's just pistols now. They've confirmed 2 sightings of Deagles. They've definitely confirmed 1 against Edward. Good shot from Yugi, and he follows it up. Hits to Simple. And he's followed that by getting Flamey. It's 2 for him. The first one was Snappy, excuse me, but what a round from Yugi. The Deagle shots yield an AWP, and he is very formidable and comfortable on that weapon. Has the angle as well, goes for Electronic. And what a recovery from Heroic.
I told you, Yugi with that Desert Eagle is sometimes sensational. Gets the AWP as well, his main weapon. Doesn't get much better than that. Just Deagles, no armor, no nades. They win the round and send a firm message towards Na'Vi. This is actually one of Yugi's absolute best maps. Matthew, he actually turns up in style every single time. This is his stomping ground, I say. Obviously, when we saw against Cloud9, they didn't get rolling at all. They got completely wrecked. But online, traditionally, is where Heroic will have Yugi off the leash, finding picks all over the map and doing disgusting things. Doesn't look like they're forced by just yet for Na'Vi. They're taking a tactical timeout. They're falling apart at the seams in the last couple of maps. Can you check if this is a forced buy? I assume it's just like a partial buy, perhaps.
There we go.
Oh, they are all in. Okay. 1 M4 for Flamey. CZ. And there's another for Electronics. So this is a pretty desperate buy. Will they find them the result they're looking for? Lose this, could be double eco territory.
And that would put them against the ropes early. Look at Yugi go.
Once he gets that orb, you think, oh my god, this could be everything. 1 by 1 again by the CTs, just to note.
Yep, absolutely right.
Don't wait for all rotations or anything like that, or trades. Just run in.
Absolutely. I mean, they did eco round 2, which was fair play. That was a team effort. But even then, it was an ace from Zeus to give them the round after that when they had weapons, when they had the advantage. And then Yugi just tears them apart. They're, I mean, still relying on unorthodox plays, not looking like a team. Simple back out toward long, jumps up over the flowers, spots one, backs off. Just the pistol to work with. It's Flaming Electronic with the weapons, not even simple. He'll go with the CZ. There you go. Checks to the underpass connector stairs, but no one there. At least no one visible. There certainly is as we know it. So Zeus could sneak up and spoil, but Monty seems to be ready for that. Knows he's likely not required on the take against the pistols, and here we go. Oh, timing. He'll still be found shortly. Monty turns it back. Does he turn it back in time? He's watching. Oh, yes, he does. Zeus, that's unfortunate. Thought he was in the clear.
Ooh,
and gets caught.
Does have a second attempt. Or does he? Nope, detected. Simple gets 1, but that's all he'll find. And no, Edward, there we go. Not too bad, but he's left on low HP. 10 seconds, it still could fall apart. Edward with some nice, Flamey, sorry, with some nice footing there on the bomb. So they've got a plan right now. 4 seconds. Is it going down? It is. Was it in time? Absolutely. And that should be round. That shot was the only chance I think Edward's going to get. Might want to save the AWP at this point. Run, Edward, run. He won't be able to do it, and he'll go down with the ship. 3-2, money in the bin. So's a stream.
It's hard to watch. I don't blame them.
Pack it up, boys.
The home team's struggling. Just call it. And there we are.
Oh,
I thought it was our monitors, so I was leaning back, just waiting for them to kick back in. You know what? I'll just stay
Kept the
comfortable.
jacket on.
I'll stay
I was
relaxed.
lucky.
I was lucky. I'll stay comfortable. So we are underway, just to give you an idea. We'll be back in any moment, we're being told. But to paint the picture for you, it's, as you said, double eco territory, so they are just on pistols. I'm trying to look at you so there's somewhat of an engagement in this situation, considering I can't really do much else. I will say that Simple and Flamey are on the B site.
Yeah. Okay, well, we need to look. You look.
Hang on, I got this.
This is a bad idea.
Nope. No, we got this. There you go. I'm not.
Oh, that's actually quite good.
Hang on.
We can actually watch it from the screen
I
as well.
can't tell who I'm spectating. That's
simple.
Simple.
We got a laggy PC as well. It's lags every 3 seconds.
Every 3 seconds.
So it's not ideal viewing. I'll give you that, but it's something. So I'll try and cast this. Oh, we're back.
All right.
All right, it was a good attempt.
It was a good clutch. We did all right. I think that was more teamwork than Navi showed over the course of this game.
Ravina's gone down. Flamey picked up that kill with a PG-50. He only had the Mach 10 though, so it doesn't give up too much.
Okay, well, we need to look. You look. Hang on, I got this. Sorry.
That's our brothers talking.
My twin. Well, a shot out from Flamey. Wow. This is actually turning out all right as we settle back into having our pictures back on screen. It's Monty that's going to work up back from the bathroom. He's the only one left alive suddenly on the heroic side with an AK-47. 2 SMGs picked up. AK for Edward. He can't quite do anything with it. Not yet. Doesn't necessarily need to, though, with a bomb down 18 seconds. Monty's already bailing off of it. It's going to be a save of the AK for Monty and a 3rd round finally for Navi.
Well, there we have it. Looking like Monty might be out of luck this time. 1 second remaining. And there we go, Navi. Back and forth we go. Eco victory there. We missed the first frag due to technical difficulties. Didn't think it'd be a huge deal, but all of a sudden the pistols exploding all over the A side. Weaponry drops as things calm down here. We're getting deep into the first half now, round number 7. 11 kills for Yugi, just to note. Hit that amazing 4K on the Deagles. They'll be almost 100. There's a buy there. After winning 2 rounds in a row, one of which was an eco. 3 AKs, Khalil. And the UMP for Nico. Smoking towards the connector. Suggests it'll be a B-side attack. That's to stop the rotations. Anyone backstabbing. Smoke to go through. Boosting up first. They're going to spot one. Easy kill. I say easy, going for the spray. And that's going to disallow them from finding anything. Good wallbang from Edward. That's perfect.
Edward tries to get shots toward the short tunnel. He fully commits. Sees a few tracers break through the wood in return, so he thinks, why not? Give it a go. Heroic down a man. An early pick finally for Na'Vi. And they need to get CT-sided rounds. T-side is absent. Non-existent, apparently, on Mirage. Can't say they didn't have time to get it rolling. It wasn't like it was just short-lived. It just didn't live at all. Good shot back out from Nico. Flamey's dropped inside a monster. That levels it. We didn't necessarily need to be that far exposed, given the advantage. I know there's no information on the A side, but even still, at this point, they need to play very fundamental Counter-Strike to make things work, because it's been a disaster. Electronic behind the barrels, forced out of position. He goes to the ramp. He's spotted in doing so, but still has Zeus to play with. Zeus needs to get kills now. He's stuck inside of the site with nowhere to go, and Nico gets the shot. Great shot, speaking of, from Simple as he slides back out but misses against Snappy. And again, they pull the round back. And Na'Vi doesn't seem to be playing. They're desperate in the way that they're playing. Honestly, the crossfires aren't there. The positions are really awkward. I mean, Zeus on the site there didn't have to play that. He could fall back, let them get in tighter, and play off his teammates.
Yeah, it's not ideal. I'll tell you that. Another force by coming in, and the tug of war continues. Simple will have the orb. Only 4 kills to his name so far, 7 deaths. Snappy, as you can see on your screen right now, he's kind of dictating what they should be doing, using his hands to kind of articulate himself. As we'll get into round number 8 here. Nico boosting up a player towards long, just to make sure no aggression's coming from the CTs. It won't be. Simple holds long. Body spam to Swover and crossing over to the right-hand side, and Snappy fancies his chances on this side of the map. They probably think the orb's not possible for Na'Vi. They'd be horribly mistaken, and one flashbang will go over. Will it be enough to push Simple back? Well, I guess it will go over. Maybe it doesn't. They could just dry peek it.
Flamey sneaking in through the short tunnel. Has Edward anchoring stairs. I know Flamey's intentions are well, and the position is grand inside of the pit. Or inside of water, excuse me, but he needs to get back because the flash out. Oh no, Madi! 200 IQ. Thought process. 0 IQ execution.
Goes down.
Didn't stick the landing, as you would say.
Not quite.
Blinded himself. I was worried that Flamey needed to be closer to get the trade off of that, because it's always checked when you lose that position on the map early. Or if you've not put anyone there. Comes at very little cost to check it, because typically Monster, you don't quite have that angle.
Well, here we go. Execution now. Remember, this is the force buy from Na'Vi. Good flashbang from Edward, who can't strike in time. Nico and Rubino going to town on the A bomb side. It's just Simple now, waiting with the orb. Can he get anything done here? They'll call that he's on the bomb side, but there's nothing they can do about it. Hitting every single shot so far. Is this enough? Rubino doing everything he can, but he's only got 9 seconds. The kill comes in. The plant is possible. Wow. And behind him is Flamey. 1v1 begins right here, right now.
Flamey rotating over on the flank. Couldn't get anything done early. Flash bounced off the corner. They spot each other, but Flamey hits the shot instead. Rubino will be disappointed in the flash not landing, but what a job from him to get the bomb down. Another round where Na'Vi just let it slip away. Or nearly, we should say, as Flamey saves them at least one. It's 4-4. And still they're desperate. Pause called from Snappy. Presumably the money's tight on both sides. In fact, they're both on, I would say, force territory in the realm of justifying the force, but in doing so could really hinder the economy moving forward. So this next round is pivotal for either side.
Heroic with enough to buy. Rubino an AK arm and all the nades. The rest of them would be like Galils, pistols, maybe UMPs. So a chance to work out. It's still early in the half. So much on the line now. It's essentially a best of one of both the other maps played. And what is the solution here? They are going to force buy. Big call to make by Snappy. Obviously needed the input from Peacemaker there as well. What did he think? Is it worth the gamble? The way Na'Vi are playing right now, I'd say absolutely. Continue this war of attrition and try and get in towards his bomb totes. It works because Na'Vi, as you can see, low money as well. As you pointed out, only one player surviving the previous round. They have a mixture of very similar weaponry, but they have got the simple AWP, which is always such a strong factor here. He'll be going this round towards middle and facing towards a party area, and that's where they're heading at this point. Flashbang towards long though. Two of them, one towards the back wall, one at the flower bed. Edward to defend. He's only got that UMP as he goes towards bathrooms. Won't be able to challenge this. Wait for them to run across. Oh, that's a little bit disappointing from Heroic. Not together. And it will be Rubino now to try and trade this frag. Luckily though, Edward can't pick up any sort of upgraded weaponry right now. Good shot by Rubino. Takes it right back to a 4-on-4.
4-on-4. With Nico on a Deagle, Madi on a CZ. This favors Na'Vi, despite that they are split up as a defensive unit. So you could argue that the trades will nullify the advantage of weapons. And a single trade at this point in time could result in 3 guns for them, which then it's definitely their advantage. Electronic with 1. Nico not in a position to trade yet. Sprays in a little bit early. He gets caught off guard by that. Didn't need to. Could have been a little more patient. The AK prevails. Doesn't necessarily mean the gun picked up, though, because it wasn't immediate, and Flamey is in the sight. Again, playing an awkward angle on top of the ramp. Nearly blocked out by Flamey as he rotated, excuse me, by Simple as he rotated back around. But he now has the ramp. Headshot position. Easy. Was supposed to be peasy after that, but we didn't quite get that far, did we? Smoke off will allow Rubino to plant, and Zeus needs to slide and catch him. Good smoke as well, because there's no gap on the right side. Oh, there was just enough. I was going to say, I thought that was flush with the wall. He wouldn't catch Rubino, but now he's got a chance to go for it. Rubino's backpedaling. He's hoping to rotate all the way around to sandbags. Zeus knows that and won't let him do so.
Yep, spots him. Knows he's going to be walking towards short potentially there. Catches him in the nick of time, and the defuse comes in. Force buy not successful for Heroic, but the bomb gets planted. It comes down to another 1v1. Definitely seems to suggest that this could be another force buy coming forward. They want to keep the money low on Na'Vi. As long as they can bring out a couple of AKs each time and keep getting the bomb down, that should keep happening here. We'll see. Rubino can afford AK armor. Yep, there it comes. It's straight away. No second guessing here. They want to win one of these rounds. As soon as they do, they're going to completely wreck the money for Na'Vi, and then they'll have the advantage. It can be a difficult way to lose the match, though, Matt. If you do lose in this sort of fashion, you think back and think, we've just taken one full eco and actually won out the game with full weaponry, the AWP. We've just stifled Yugi here. He hasn't had a chance to really show us what he can do with that AWP. The only time he had it was when he picked it off a corpse of the enemy. 5-4. 2 AKs, 2 pistols, 1 SMG.
Yeah, I feel like Simple's not even in this game. We say his name so infrequently this time. Again, Heroic to force buy, and the way things have been going, I do not blame them in the slightest, excuse me. Madi in the underpass. He's going to work back out as well from that position and realize towards short. They had a little bit of pressure applied. Guns for now. Remember, Rubino and Yugi being the primary of the 2, or the 3, I should say, including the UMP, but the 2 AKs. Starting to work over in the same position. They're both at monsters, so they want the long linear perspective on entry, and then they would be able to swing, catch off barrels, catch off Heaven. And they want the pistols and SMG to brawl, walking out from sandbags. They may not get that far. Good play from Flamey. Swings out off of electronics information. Looking from the right. He comes out from their left. And bomb down. 24 seconds. AK still in the hands of Madi. Does at least get Flamey back. Possibility for this to work, especially if they can catch off Zeus. That's not going to happen. Spotted the shoulder, spotted the shadow, and takes the bomb away from them. 14 seconds. Snappy's hoping for a miracle, but Navi's slowly getting things together.
It's actually looking much better now. That's the round they had to win. 6-4. No force by this time from Heroic. They'll have to just take the upgraded pistols. Lost bonus. Not too forgiving at this point with the back and forth game they've had. Rushing B by the looks of things.
Flamey holding off between Monster and Short. It's a tough position to be in, very tough angle, especially if you lose your support player. Flamey downed and Electronic as well as a result of it. Zeus backs all the way off the jungle. That'll be a patient position, and Simple starting to come alive finally with the AWP again. It is just pistols, but they certainly made it interesting by finding the 2 trade kills. Monty with both of those is now the last alive. He has the bomb. MiG-6 is bugging out and going home. Maybe it's MiG-3. Yeah, it's MiG-3. That's the one they do the picture with upside down with the little Polaroid.
Okay.
The start of Top Gun. I think it's MiG-3 is bugging out and going.
Yeah, Meg sounds about right. We watched that recently. I can't remember the exact details. Modi will get 1 here. 2 versus 1. We'll see whether Zeus and Simple can clutch this one out. Should be absolutely fine. $30 though. If he gets the plant here, his team will be in good stead for the next. He's already got 3 in total. With 7 HP, I don't think this is possible for him. He's just trying to sell the fact that he might be going back towards the other bomb site. This has enabled him a plant. Simple and Zeus react, and he'll get it down. Very slim chance of winning, maybe about 10% at this point.
3-round bonus, though, with the plant certainly benefits. Oh, what
Got
a
the
shot
kill.
towards Simple. That would have been incredible.
Keeps
Zeus
him
wants
very poor.
Exactly, and Zeus wants the op. Not only does it keep Na'Vi poor, it gives Heroic a much better source of income for the next round. So we got a slight pause for technical reasons. They're going to sort out some issues in the backlines that likely led to us having to put on a little lecture with our screen, shall we say?
Yeah.
But as a teaser this time, rather than our ugly mugs, you can look at some of the stats for this series. And specific on this map for these 2 teams, you can see their recent histories, all in red for Na'Vi. That
Not
says
great,
something.
Not amazing.
Even to Epsilon at 16-9. Map's last 3 months, they played it 11 times. Last 5 have been losses. 6 times only for Heroic. They've won at least 3 of those, according to the graphic. Most recent, Cloud9, 16-1. Okay, that one certainly hurt, but they ran Astralis to 11 rounds. Look back at Zeus's ace. Spray transfer to the 3rd player. Whew, not bad.
Not bad at all, if you don't mind me saying.
I'll allow it.
There he is. Bit better. Round number 12. This is a technical pause, I'd assume. As we'll see some of the highlights. This is absolutely one of the best of them. That shot towards CD spawn. Good night.
And then the op picked up. Read that he jumped down too soon. He was looking toward bathrooms, then snapped back to find Zeus. And then this to close it. Great round from Yugi. They said when he joined this team, he looks so young, doesn't he?
Yes. He is very
It's insane.
young looking.
They said when he joined this team, if I'm not mistaken, I think actually who it was that said it at the time. One of his former teammates that was on this team. Don't quote me, I can't remember. But anyway, they said basically that his skill cap is unbelievable and that in scrims he's off the charts.
I think I remember what you were saying. They were saying, like, you haven't even seen the beginning of what we've seen in practice, what he's capable of, right? That we haven't quite seen that level from what he can do, what he's capable of. So I think that's true. Like, yeah, when he gets given opportunities, he develops and gets more experience playing in big tournaments and kind of develops as a player. That could be very exciting. He is a great talent. I'm sure he'll be part of the Danish CSGO merry-go-round as time goes on. Definitely a name to look out for. 7-4, though, coming to the closing sectors of the first half. AWP. Fours. No warp on the T side. Like I said, Heroic have limited themselves with all the force buys. Not really allowed him to get into the game. Edward, common play here. Sit by the benches, use them as slight cover. It is a very pushed up, aggressive position. He's got some backup and Flamey towards long, not fully committing just yet. As soon as they kill Edward, that's when Flamey strikes. That's the idea, at least. So there we go. Edward goes down. You presumably see a reaction come through now. There's Flamey. Like I said, he'll come in and only find one, but it's still a 3-on-3.
Good response from Snappy. 3-on-3 is still all right for Heroic as well.
Oh, yes. At this stage of the round, absolutely.
Yeah, if you'd found that kill.
If it was like
Flamey.
20 seconds left, then no. But the fact they have all this time and the CT has to be spread so thinly now, this is perfect.
Spread thinly, you say, but they're going to let Zeus, being so far forward in the underpass, start to peek toward Bathrooms. I presume he's actually pushed up, so I thought he'd look toward Bathrooms and cover off A, and they would therefore be ready on B. They certainly still are ready on B, but not with the same amount of information, and Zeus might flank. He might just go up the ladder and find them. He needs the call. He's waiting at the ladder for that eventuality. Over toward B. Simple spots. Zeus will work back. He's going to take the safe rotation towards short, and that's where they head, having been funneled away from the AWP naturally. Don't really want to mess with that ugly business. Didn't hear them jump up. He will hear the door if they touch it. He needs to be ready to react if they do, and he knows they're close. Opens it up right in front of him, in fact. One, and, well, see you later. I'll shut that door down, and Rubino now knows he's between a rock and a hard place. And Zeus shuts them down with 3 kills.
Yeah, Zeus looking pretty handy on the CT side of Overpass. 15 kills for him, only 5 deaths. As we'll go into round number 13, I assume the money in terms of lost bonus on to rack up for Heroic. This is half starting to fall apart somewhat. Remember, they did win the pistol here, only posting 4 rounds so far. They got caught in that financial tug of war. The 4 spies all over the place, lots of close rounds trying to shut down the CT economy. Actually worked against them. Yogi, as I mentioned before, completely stifled with just the AK-47. And Simple, certainly not, does face towards mid. Narrowly misses out on the first kill there. They will be going fast towards either playground, or party I should say, or long. Flashbang to come in. Edward will be too troubled by that. He'll just fall back to a more defensive line. Needs to be careful with those jumps. Spots 2 and falls back towards the APC.
Snappy and Nico to check Bathrooms. No flash, they jump across. Interesting approach to it. Line up. The end of the peculiar curb for the cobblestone walkway. Snappy will work his way toward the site gap. To the left means someone could play that corner, but we know, especially with the smoke as it is, we know that's checked. And Snappy, you can see it has already done that. Flashes out, they get close behind the van. They want to check truck. They don't need to swing the bank because the same position you can watch toward the dumpster, but it's Flamey coming back from Bathrooms. That's got other ideas. And Simple holds to find Maudie. Good positioning from Na'Vi. They stand firm, 9-4, starting to finally build up a lead again.
Remember, Heroic coming into this tournament lost 16-1 on this map to Cloud9. It's hardly one of their specialties at this point, at least with this particular lineup. You saw the stats coming into this tournament. That would have been without Rubino, most of those results. So any of the wins they got under their belt would have been with the team in a different, well, completely different formation. It would have been slightly different. But still, bringing in one player to a map like Overpass, as we discussed, very technical map, can be quite difficult. As we'll see pistols across the board for the Heroic side, a boost for Simple as he gets ready and waiting, looking for players coming towards the connected door and indeed the short pipe. Nico might open this door right now. Not going to happen. It will be a BXQ of sorts with 4 smokes, a couple of flashbangs, and Molotov for the barrels. A rare miss there from Simple, but manages to stay alive.
Smoke on sandbags will at least contain Heroic. They are well aware of the fact that they're inside of the water position. I should double check to make sure they aren't sneaking up Monster while they were so focused on that water position, because it's very easy to get tunnel vision and quite literally lose track of the Monster tunnel. Electronic will go back to it, smoke out late, flash in, completely destroys his positioning, so he sprays in. He's held at bay as well, he can't rotate. Speaking of, that's exactly what Heroic has done over toward the A site. Monty's been erased, the rest are alive. Good play from Edward. Oh, I was going to say, he was patient on it, but he really jumped the gun on the shot. I don't think he needed to rush that quite so much. Nico wasn't even looking his direction. He gets the kill with the CZ. They're going to get a bomb plant as a result of this. And this could fall apart still. Na'Vi needs to be very smart about working back in, and look at this trade potential. For Heroic, both on the stairs, and it works out. Nico finds the second. It's exactly what they wanted by stacking that angle. He's got the M4 to hold. Yugi and Rubino can just sit pretty. outside of the site. Smoke on it. They know there's certainly an M4 that's gone toward the stairs, but has it gone down the stairs? Is it still on them? Where is it gone? Simple's got to find out. Oh, Flamey instead. I thought Simple hit the no-scope. Doesn't matter. It's effective. He's gone. That's the result they need on the defuse. Simple's got to defend Rubino, but he doesn't have the angle toward Yugi. Doesn't matter. He can't find the shot.
Yugi didn't really even challenge that one, hoping they were going for the fake defuse there. Doesn't work out. And Na'Vi post round number 10. Closest Heroic have come to a round in quite a while there as we get into the final round of the first half. 11-4 certainly on the cards. We'll have a look at the buy. And there it is. Yugi actually gets an AWP now. They got themselves caught in that forced buy situation. And we'll see if he can recover now and get us a decent round on the board for Heroic. Simple starting to warm up into the map as well. Remember, though, they had 11-4 lead at half on Mirage. Didn't help them out there. This one could be one less. And if Zeus with this sort of commitment, I'm saying, oof, all right, fair play. Gunning him down. Didn't think he had the upper hand there in that play, but it does work out. He gets tagged up down to 32.
Simple. Falls off the angle.
You should reload it first before passing it to the teammate.
Yeah. Here you go. Oh, sorry about that. Well, Simple's got a reloaded M4 and he can take down Snappy.
That should be the round. 1 minute remaining. They have got smokes. 2 to work with. Modi, though, there's no way he checks this. There's too many angles to deal with. Flamey baiting him in as well. Yeah, there's guaranteed frag.
Oof. It is awkward because your aim's not perfect. You do have to slide down, so that's why that looks awkward. He knew there was only one. Obviously, the trade, his teammate would have seen that, relayed the information, so that's why he went immediately onto it. 11-4, Na'Vi. That looks pretty good when you look at the score. It wasn't that easy. They built into the half. They did recover slightly. They played more as a team toward the end, but the first part of that half could have broken them. When it was 4-4, I thought they were in real trouble, and Heroic certainly falls shy again on their T rounds, but now we see if Na'Vi's got anything. This is the same score line we had on Mirage.
Absolutely is. Time will tell who goes to the playoffs, who goes home. Right now, looking like Heroic. After their great showing on Mirage, they didn't drop a single T round in the second map. But overpass has proved tricky for them in this tournament so far. Best of 3, you'll end up playing some maps you're not 100% comfortable on, especially with a new player coming in, a coach who's only been with you a month or so. As Zeus will use all the time available to him. He does get 2 minutes and a half to work out what he wants to do here. You can see him really explaining the strategy right now. Strategy has been a massive issue for them so far in this tournament.
And I don't think he needs to complicate it too much. Get the basics down at least. They were all over the place on Mirage.
Yes.
Play as a team.
We did say going into this
listen,
map, right?
Communicate.
We said they're going to have to post a massive score on the CT side because it's where they lose pistol on the T. That's where it goes wrong. If they win the pistol here, I'd say it's GG. They'll close it out.
What you were saying is they needed 15-0 in the pistol to win.
Pretty much. No, they just need a decent score, which they've got, and the pistol would be enough just to kind of close out the game, theoretically. But we'll see now. If they don't win the pistol and Hero pick it up, I'll say, well, all the rounds may be incoming. It will step up here. It should be near the end. And kits for Nico. Smoke for him as well. Smoke. One flashbang. Zeus will be holding both of them. Waiting for CT aggression. Very prevalent strategy on overpass. CT is rotating back towards edge. You can see in the top left as well. That's going to be Nico and Modi, leaving more aggressive positions here towards B. You can see Snappy looking at short pipe. Yugi watches towards the connected door. And the good thing about that is you now can see people crossing over to Monster. So that's actually a pretty solid setup. Hoping that no one's got by initially, of course.
Yugi with the shots toward the door, but out comes Edward. And he's going to take charge. King Edward. He was a better king than King Henry.
Absolutely.
Doesn't really take much.
Not as much as a tyrant, though, was he?
Depends.
Oh, here he
Simple.
comes. There's our boy.
He wants it. I love that he doesn't even go for the left click. He does it twice just to be like, got you. You can't even do anything about it. Takes Maudie down. That's what Simple's going to want. I'm going to say it. That's actually almost a good thing right now for Simple because obviously the last map didn't go very well. Simple's been kind of off form. It looked like they were tilting. Him getting a knife will loosen him up a bit. It'll relax him.
Gives him some more money as well.
That's true.
He loves it. He's had a controversial knife experience at this event. The whole Cold Zera 1-on-4 situation was a bit much, but here they are, looking likely for the playoffs now. Just getting through to the playoffs is the absolute mission. It doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you make it through. You've got a day off to kind of plug the holes and any issues you had in the group stages. Just got to get there. Doesn't matter how. CZ's Deagles. And looking like 13-4 will be coming through. Game leader there, Snappy, Nico, and indeed Rubino. Familiar face for fans of Dingataz and North.
Familiar face of fans of Room on Fire. Madi will push out long. Simple could greet him. Needless to say, has the upper hand on weaponry. Well, it's not needless, but goes without saying.
Ouch.
And he's got Madi clean.
Nasty. Okay, so is that though.
That's Yugi's Deagle. It's never far away, is it? Never far away from
No
Edward
trades,
as well.
Of course, facing with the bomb. Why not? Don't smoke it, don't flash it. Just run in with an AK. By yourself, with the most important thing on the map on your back. Classic plays. There we go, boys. 1 by 1. Well recovered by Electronic. At least brings it to a winnable situation. This is just not going to be good enough. They do make it to the playoffs. They won't be taking down any huge scalps. They struggled too much against Pistols. In today's game, they will get absolutely wrecked by a top team with this sort of mentality and approach to these sort of rounds. And you can see how much it means to them.
Oh, yeah.
We finally did it.
Kane
We beat
is
Pistols.
pumped.
We've managed to do it. We've overcome the Desert Eagle.
That
Lord.
says it all. I don't even know if he's just having a laugh or if he's dead serious. The way things have gone, it's not been easy. Yugi, respect to him, has been a menace with that gun. Sits on 14 kills, by the way. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. It's not far off of Navi. Navi's got great kill distribution, by the way. 17, 17, Zeus and Flamey. Yeah. Simple on 16 and 14 for Electronic.
The P90's out and about. 50 bullets of doom, but the Pistols again might elude them. Luckily, oh my god, they're trading equally with the Silence USPs, but there it is.
P90.
Getting it done in
Whatever
style.
works.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're going to play like Silvers, use the silver gun.
All right.
2 to go, Navi. We can have a laugh now, Henry. It's all behind them.
Yeah, exactly. As I said,
They're
just get
back.
through the group stages. It's all fine. They'll have time to get in those practice rooms. And
I won't say they're back, but they're back to the form we expected.
I mean, like,
back to somewhat of a
they're
form.
not bad, but they expect to see like a different Navi in the playoffs. They'll have time to review demos, and they'll have to do some work in the 24-hour period.
That's right. Tomorrow is a day off. The teams will absolutely be using that to their utmost advantage. Simple nearly gets the shot on the jumping player behind the wall. That player being Rubino.
He's dead, surely. Oh my goodness, how didn't he got traded out there? But there we go. Bit of damage inflicted towards the Rubino. Same treatment for Simple. I was back down. Agree, but the fight is not worth it. One more round for series points. RV looking to close it out. Heroic might be saying goodbye to them. Managed to get a couple of wins under the belt. This one might be too far of a reach. Not done just yet, though. Still a 5-on-5, and let's see if they've got anything left.
Edward works the way down Monster. Isolated though, Monty's able to get the kill. Good response from Zeus. Flamey as well. Bomb in their grasp. The site and the game as well. Back to normality for Navi. Stress is certainly lifted. Flamey's going to get aggressive. Nico's behind them though. They're not ready for it. Oh, good response from Electronic. I was going to say, their positioning and their advancement suggested they thought that it was clean. Yugi's got a chance in this. Oh my god, that no scope from Yugi. He's aggressive and he's feeling it. He knows that Zeus is in behind the pallets. Hasn't scoped in. He wants to shotgun up towards Zeus and it won't land.
Wow.
You have to admire the effort.
Absolutely. Putting on a bit of a show there. Beggars the question as to what he could have done with more opportunities with the AWP in the first half. I'm sure
I enjoy that style, by the way. Most people would scope in and look for the clean and easy shot. He wanted to just jump him, get on him before he was ready for it.
Rattling off bullets every second he can, and unfortunately for Heroic now, backs to the wall. 4 spies out. FAMAS, pistols, MP9s, UMPs. Little utility, no defuse kit. This might be coming to a head now. We'll take 11 clean rounds in a row. They did it on Mirage, so maybe we're not done just yet. Seem like they're a resilient team. The T side of Na'Vi has not been good so far. They might have just done enough here. Guaranteed themselves at least overtime.
Hole in the door. Smoke there means that Madi can't take advantage of it. That door's... Yeah, I didn't see where it bounced. I was going to say, because it does more damage to it, but it doesn't take it out. It still is enough for Flamey as the smoke dissipates to spot Madi. Position from Snappy. Completely irrelevant with the flash like that.
I think this might be it, Matt. I think we might be saying goodbye to Heroic. First tournament with Rubino, and that might be his last frag of the tournament. Takes down Zeus, simple. Manages to respond. A Deagle and a UMP up against a fully stacked C-bomb site. That's true, but I don't think it's going to be... Oh, wait, he could get an AK. He probably hits this shot. Maybe not. That's it. We will be saying goodbye to them. Nico won't be able to win this one out, I'm afraid. And there we have it. Na'Vi, the hometown heroes, get through. It wasn't a good victory. It wasn't a clean victory. Like I said, get through the group stages. The playoff is where it really counts, and they've managed to get there.
Yeah, work to be done. They definitely have to review T-sides in the 24-hour period. Zeus will have his work cut out for him, so too Kane, the coach. But they get through it. It'll be a somewhat hollow victory, but it's a victory nonetheless, and they are into the playoffs.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters.
They won't be too happy at that one. They know that's not good enough to win this tournament. And that's fair. They've got a day off. They can, believe it or not, 24 hours with all the data they've got and all the analysis they can do with the coach and the in-game leader, they can turn this around. It's not over, and I'm sure we'll see a better looking Na'Vi when the playoffs come.
And more importantly as well, the hard part of it, perhaps in a good way, the hard part is you can't really counter-strat until you know the draw, which they will know tonight, but they need to focus on themselves more than anyone else right now. So
absolutely,
keep it simple tomorrow and definitely iron things out. They are through in their home event, an event that they very much like to please their fans at.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've been here before when Na'Vi have come through. They're definitely favourites here. Even when it's like a team like Hellraisers and it's just like Angel makes it through, that he gets all the support. The whole building erupts. I remember when we went to one event and like Zeus wasn't even playing in the tournament. He just turned up and walked through the room, and the whole room who were watching a game stopped watching and just ran over to him. So this goes to show you how loved they are here.
It's true, and to your point about Hellraisers, you're right when they were playing other opponents. But even when there's other Ukrainians in the server versus Na'Vi, the other ones don't even, it's all Na'Vi.
True.
Na'Vi first and foremost for the fans. Here, well, they'll get them in the playoffs. We're going to take a break. We'll join the desk. Second series of the day done. We've got Cloud9 and Mouse Sports coming up.
LootBet, online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code you see here when you deposit and grab your bonus.
Don't know how to build a team from scratch or find good teammates? DreamTeam.gg, the ultimate team building platform. Find and connect with new players, coaches and teams. Manage and monetize your team. Get on fast track to advance from novice to amateur and, if desired, to professional gamer. Join DreamTeam.gg today.